Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Excited to have my next guest on the show because he's going to inspire me to get back to building the model car I've been working on at my cottage. I sort of stepped away from it for a little while, but we're going to share some of the benefits of getting into a hobby. My next guest, Bill Chappell, joins me from the Hobby Center. Welcome, Bill. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
You've been in this industry, what, over 35 years now?
Yeah, 36 years now.
Congratulations. So yeah, let's talk about the beginnings, Bill. What attracted you to this industry in general?
Well, I was always into retail sales. Okay, so like everybody, I had this idea, it'd be great to work for yourself. So if you're going to work for yourself, you usually pick something you're interested in or passionate about. In my case, I was building models since I was a young kid. I really liked them. I kept on with it. You know, some people do, some people don't.
Right.
I kept on with it, and I decided to make it a business.
Do you remember some of the first things you worked on when you were young?
Oh yeah, I think my first model was like a Spitfire or something like that.
Yeah?
I was 8 years old. I thought it looked
Nice.
fantastic. It probably looked terrible, but you know, I liked it. And then the hook was set, and then away we went from there.
I got to tell you, so some of my earliest memories, and I horrified my parents because I would build, tanks and planes, a lot of military stuff. And then my brother and I would burn some of them and make an entire scene. So my dad used to have these pieces of wood, and we put it out, and then we put like fake grass on and everything. And my parents were like, "Oh my God, you guys just worked for, spent 15 to 30 hours working on that and then burnt it." But again, we had a great time. Have you seen a resurgence in popularity due to COVID? Due to COVID, yeah.
Like this is a kind of an isolation thing. Works well when you have to stay home in your basement and whatnot. So you build models.
Right.
Now my goal, and we're going to talk about that in a second, is to build community.
Right.
There's lots of people like us. Let's get together. Let's celebrate the thing. Let's share ideas. Let's talk about the hobby. Let's learn from each other and up our game, as it were.
Well, let's talk about how you're doing that, because you've got a competition that's open to the public. Tell us about the contest you have.
Yeah, so it's a model car contest. It's at the Walkley Arena on October the 2nd. Runs from about 9 until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Free admission to anybody who wants to come and see it. And the goal for that is, rather than charging admission, maybe not having people show up so much, we want to expose this thing. Exposure is good for the hobby.
Right.
A lot of kids, I don't even think, get exposed to it. Like we all got models for birthday presents or whatnot.
Exactly.
I think a lot of kids nowadays have never received one. So they don't know anything about it. They are not exposed to it. So I need to grow hobbyists. I need to grow community. So that's as big a part of my job as selling this stuff, is selling the idea of this stuff and getting more people active and involved.
And there is a little bit of competition involved too, right?
Oh yeah. We come out to celebrate, and we reward the people that do really good jobs. Now, it's different than most competitions. You will not be judged at this show.
Okay.
Everybody that enters a model gets a ballot, and they vote for the ones they like. So we're
it's like a
judging each
People's
other.
Choice Awards.
And that's the other thing. If you just come to see the models, you will get a ballot to vote for your favorite model. So the people that come to see it get to vote for their favorite, and then all the modelers vote on each other. So we're all on each other's critics.
I love it.
So
it's a great idea.
It keeps it fun.
Let's talk about what you brought along with you today. Well, we'll start on the far left here. What have you got here?
This is a basic model.
Okay.
Little Camaro, one of the sort of models. This is what you get in the box.
Okay.
Let's call it your canvas.
Right.
So it's a bunch of plastic parts, some instructions, maybe some stickers, whatnot.
No, I see that it's called Snap Tight. So is this no glue necessary?
Well, it can be glued, or can be built without glue.
Okay.
But I would always suggest you use glue anyways to get the full experience and to get used to using glue. It's just more simplified. There's probably less number of parts than a more elaborate one.
Okay, okay.
But just because it's a snap together, so somebody took it, there it is, right out of the box. Didn't do a thing to it. They built it neatly, they assembled it. A lot of people would get satisfaction out of it. They put that on their shelf and say, hey,
Look
good
at
job.
that. Look at my accomplishment.
Then we go to the next one.
So is this the same make
The
and model of car?
exact same model.
Okay,
exact
I gotcha.
same model,
Right.
3 ways.
Yeah.
So nothing done to it. This one was nicely painted and assembled. So he
Right.
took it up a level and he customized it, made it his way. You can make it any color you like. If your dream car is fire engine red, paint it red, orange, purple. This is the same model, but a very advanced guy did all kinds of funky masks. I think he sprayed custom colors. He used it as a demo. He made his own decals. Clearly put my business on there.
Very cool.
And he just took it. So you go here, here, here.
Right.
What's your level? What do you want to play at? And we can help you achieve that level.
And for beginners too, you know, I know sometimes it's intimidating to paint, but I remember, and I believe it's the car I'm working on now, it actually gives you recommendations on paint colors, on what to buy, and that kind of thing as well, right? If you're,
Yeah,
if
the
you're
directions will tell you what color the engine block should be and
Right.
the mufflers and all that. But when it comes to interior and body, that's like kind of personal choice, right?
Right.
So you have in your head, I want it to be. That's another big part of the hobby is visualization and imagination.
Yeah,
You know, you get an idea in your head and you want to express it on your model.
100%.
So you'd see 20 of these and no two would be the same.
What about this one here? This is pretty cool. Tell me
This is
about
a
this
little
guy.
mascot. So this, I don't know if we have it anywhere, but that's our show logo, the Ottawa Scale Auto Contest.
Okay.
And somebody in the group designed this logo, and somebody said, hey, I know a model that kind of looks like that. So we actually built our little mascot
Really?
to replicate
That
our
is-
logo.
I love it. What a great idea. I'm going to throw that back up there so we can get a better look at that. Let's talk about the benefits. I think you touched on some of them, Bill, but let's talk about the benefits of getting into a hobby like this.
There's a big range of benefits. You've got hand-eye coordination. It's especially good for people that are getting older and they want to have dexterity in that. We had somebody take up the hobby at the beginning of COVID. He's 91 years old, bless him. And we gave him a little loving cup that said Rookie of the Year. He loved it. He loved it.
That's nice.
So he builds and paints them. He lives in a
Nice
residence,
touch.
you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Children helps them focus.
Right.
Helps them, you know, you take a set of instructions and you have to read it and you have to follow it. It's like an IKEA thing, right?
Right.
You have
right.
to follow it step by step, follow it through, end up with no leftover parts, make sure everything goes together correctly, or you'll have trouble along the road.
Bill, before I run out of time, remind everybody at home how they can get involved. You're inviting the public to come on down.
Yes, so the website for the show is ottawascaleautocontest.com.
Okay.
You can also find them through the store, which is Hobsen, HOBCEN.com. I'm kind of the chairman and the organizer of the event, so you can always get a hold of me through the store.
Excellent. Bill, really appreciate it. As I said off the top, you've inspired me to get back to work on my car. I got a nice little Mustang going on at the cottage, and it just brought back so many wonderful memories as you have today. Really
Excellent.
appreciate the time. Don't go anywhere. We got lots more daytime coming up right here on Rogers TV.